Cinnamon, honey, boozy notes, caramel, tonkel. Yeah, that's my tall uncle. He's the tonkel. Hi everyone, I'm Moody Boo, and I am back with part 2 of my Hermes collection. So I'm just going to get right into it. The first one is Ode Mandarin Ambre. I went through a time when I first got this a few years back where I wore it all the time, as you can tell. But I don't touch it much anymore. I'm not sure why, but I'm a little put off by some of it suddenly in the last year or so. And it's, according to Fragrantica, orange, amber, and passion fruit. And I guess my issue with it is it becomes super soapy. And it's clean, but then it goes into soapy mode. And it's very almost aromatic. It's not very sweet. I get a hint of tartness from the orange, I'm assuming. There's a lot of warmth. That amber is very warm. But I'm not sure where the passion fruit comes in, for one. I don't really ever detect passion fruit. This is just a hint of sweet, some tartness, fruity, amber, kind of soapy perfume. So I don't reach for it anymore. Pretty much never. But it's very nice. Performance is very good. I get easily 7-8 hours out of it. I used to wear it in hot weather, but that's when I noticed it started getting really soapy. When I first wore it, it seemed like the amber came out more, but now that soapiness comes out more, unfortunately. In the wintertime, I don't think it performs as well. I like wearing amber, fruity amber perfumes, like the big, cool, hot, sexy, fabulous cousin to this Elixir de Marseille, which is a Desert Island perfume for me. This one doesn't even come close. This is like the cheap, lost little boy kind of a cousin to Elixir. This one just has no idea where it's going, where it's been, or what it wants to do when it gets there anyway. I just don't get it anymore. I used to get it, but I don't get it anymore. No. So anyway, I think this, because of that soapiness, is better worn at night, but I just don't care for it like I used to. But I don't hate it either. It has its appeal at times. So, but it's just not for me. Not anymore. The next one is kind of a rediscovery. I've rediscovered it a couple of times. And this one is Hiris. Yeah. I went through an Iris phase and didn't appreciate it then. I have no idea why. But when I came back to it the first time, a few years back, because I've had it a long time, I was like, hey, maybe I'm going to get back into Iris. And then I kind of didn't. And then just this spring, I whipped it out again and started playing with it. And it's a very nice, earthy iris. It's beautiful. So Hiris is iris, cedar, neroli, according to Fragrantica. Coriander, there's an almond tree, I don't know what that is, rose, carnation, honey, amber, and vanilla. This is a woody with a hint of sweet. It was just like the sweet note just blew by it for a second, just enough to leave a little bit of itself as it went by, but then it didn't stay. That's how much sweet is in it, just almost nothing, a breath. But it's earthy, and it's got that definite iris DNA. I don't get a lot of coriander, and I'm okay with that. I prefer coriander to be in my corned beef and cabbage, not in my perfumes necessarily as a dominant note. As a backseat player, that's fine, but I don't want them in the dominance position. Almond tree, I have no idea what that smells like. I don't get a lot of florals. I mean, because with the honey, the carnation, the rose, the vanilla, you would think that this would be much sweeter than it is, but it is not. It's a very earthy, slightly tart breath of sweet, woody, almost this iris note almost has a hint of metallic to it, which can put me off. I don't reach for this as often as I used to because of that metallicness that's just slightly in there, but it's detectable to me. But it's not super unpleasant. It kind of works in this. It's almost like you took a bouquet of iris and put it in a metal vase and sat it on a wooden table. Yeah. But it's a cold iris. I have to say, it is not a warm iris. Performance on this is pretty good. About 6-7 hours on my skin with 1 to 2 sprays. It's fairly powdery, which is another reason why I got out of my iris phase, because I realized I'm not big into powdery notes. Now, Ode Mandarin makes a beautiful wet, moist iris that I adore. Candied iris that I adore. But I really grew out of the very powdery iris perfumes. And so I don't reach for this often, but on occasion. And I have other iris perfumes that I actually prefer over this, like Ramon Monagal. I think I have an iris from that. And I have a couple other irises that I really like, and I do grab those on occasion. So anyway, super unisex. I mean, seriously, iris is one of those notes that male or female can wear at any time. And since this one isn't candied or anything, since it's earthy and has a hint of other florals in there and woody metallicness, that it really is super unisex. And iris, I think iris perfumes you can wear year round. I tend to grab them more in the spring and summer, but that's just me. Did I say performance? Yeah. It projects pretty good because it's powdery. It has that powderiness to it. So I never go over 2 sprays with pretty much any iris perfume that I have. I don't go over 2 sprays. Usually this one is like 1 though, really. All right, I guess that's it. Yeah, okay, next. The next one is from the Hermes line. Actually, the next 3 are the last 3. So this one is Osmanthe Yunnan. I like these little travel size bottles because a lot of the Hermes line that I have, you need to reapply. So I prefer to just throw these. You can get them on Hermes website, coffret or a discovery set, I think of 3 of these, I believe. And it's a pretty reasonable price. It's like $150, $160 for them. And these are, I think, 10 mLs. But you can mix and match. So you can get, Ambre Narguile, Santal Massoia, and a Osmanthe Yunnan in one. You can get all 3 Ambre Narguile. I've done that a couple of times. And I wanted to try Osmanthe Yunnan, and so I had it in there. Osmanthus is a note that I'm just getting into. Just the last year or so, I've really been starting to get into it. I haven't disliked it. I just haven't sought it out. And I am just starting to do that in the last year. So this is Osmanthus and tea, apricot, orange, leather, and freesia. Freesia. Ooh. Luckily, I don't detect freesia. I get totally the apricot, the tea, and the osmanthus. But it's not very sweet. Because honestly, everybody has said the osmanthus is dominant over the tea. I think they are equal partners in this union. It's beautiful. It's sweet. It's floral. It's fresh and green from the tea. Now, there's not a big trajectory in this one. This one is light. It's floral. It's a little fruity. And it's got definitely that tea note in there. But in the dry down, you do get a hint of, not quite animalic, but a hide note, you know, not a strong leather note, but just a hint of maybe a lambskin or something, just a hint of it. Yeah, this is all about, now the orange, I don't get a lot of the orange, to be honest with you. There's a bit of freshness that I assume is from the orange, because you definitely detect the apricot and the osmanthus in the tea, but the orange, it doesn't stand out to me. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's citrusy, it's slightly floral, has a hint of sweet, has a hint of tart, or tang maybe is a better word than tart. Very unisex. I think this is very spring summer kind of a perfume. I would not grab it in the winter or the fall, honestly. And a big part of the reason is because it performs like shit. Or for my European friends, shite. It really does. It's horrible. I have had this, I've sprayed, let's see, the first time I sprayed this was about 45 minutes ago when I was just starting to get this video put together, everything put together so I could record it. I checked it about 20 minutes later. I couldn't smell anything. So I gave it 2 more blasts. I gave it 2 blasts to begin with, then I gave it 2 more. Then, 20, 30 minutes later, I started recording. And I went to just sniff them all right before I push the record button. And I couldn't smell it again. So this time I gave it 3 blasts. And that's been, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, and I can barely smell it. Performance is horrible. It doesn't project worth a crap, and it doesn't last worth anything. There is a hint of clean to it too, I have to say. So I don't reach for it, but I'm glad I have it because I love Hermes. So, but I am very disappointed. Next one is one I adore, absolutely love, and that's Santal Massoia. Oh my gosh, this stuff is fabulous. It's a creamy, sweet sandalwood. Oh, so it's sandalwood and it's milk and Massoia and dried fruit and sugar and some floral notes. Now I don't get a lot of floral notes, but I'm sure the sweetness comes from the sugar for sure. But it just comes across as like a sweet, creamy, milky sandalwood kind of and Massoia kind of a smell. Now I have no idea exactly what Massoia smells like, but I can delineate the dominant notes in this enough to know, okay, that's milk, that's sweet, maybe that's fruity, and that is definitely sandalwood. So the other thing must be Massoia. And it comes across a little like Palo Santo, that kind of an aroma. Just, it's beautiful. It would probably be my favorite sandalwood, right next to Gold Heart by Map of the Heart. But the performance sucks assholes. It's just terrible. It's a lot better than Osmanthe Yunnan, let me tell you. Performance is way better than that. But overall, not good. Not good. I maybe get 2 hours out of it, unfortunately. And it becomes a skin scent within 30 minutes or so. I mean, it doesn't take long. But it's so beautiful. It would be a Desert Island Perfume if it performed better. But, sorry. There's just no room in the island for somebody who can't perform. All right, last up. The last one. Is Ambre Narguile. I still love this. I have loved this since pretty much I started doing YouTube. I've had it for quite some time. I've gone through lots of these. Lots. Because I'll just order 3 from Hermes of Ambre Narguile, and then when I get down to the last one of these or so, I order 3 more, and I might order a different one to try a different one from the Hermes line, but I always get at least 1 Ambre Narguile, just so I have backups. Oh! And my husband loves this one too. He says this is spiced apple pie. That's what he thinks it smells like. And it's cinnamon and honey and some boozy notes and caramel and tonka and vanilla and benzoin and labdanum. And there's a little bit of tobacco, musk, floral notes. But honestly, it is cinnamon, honey, boozy notes, caramel, tonka. Yeah, that's my tall uncle. He's the tonka. But it's all about the cinnamon, the honey, the boozy notes, the caramel, the tonka, the vanilla, the benzoin. That's mostly what I get. Maybe a little labdanum in the dry down, maybe, but not much, if any. It is spicy, sweet, gourmand, boozy, delicious fabulousness. There you go. Oh my gosh. And of course it's a Desert Island Perfume. My husband loves it. So that makes it qualify automatically. Because he loves so few of my perfumes, but yeah, he likes this one on me. And this one I have to spray on my skin when he's around because my clothes never make it that long. And when they go, the scent goes. So it's got to be on the skin to keep that mammalian drive of his going. Oh, it's so good. I just keep sniffing it. But it's not too sweet. This, I think, is completely unisex. It's ambery. It's sweet. It's got that spice adds just this hint of coldness to it, while the other notes add a lot of warmth. And they really balance each other out well. It's blended well, even though I can pick out some of the notes because they are my favorite notes. So I'm very in tune to some of those notes, like cinnamon and honey and caramel and tonka and la 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 la. Performance on this one blows the other ones out of the water. Absolutely. This, I easily get 7-8 hours of longevity. It projects, gosh, arm's length, maybe a little more with 2 sprays. And then it never becomes a skin scent on me. It comes to between, wrist and elbow and stays there. And actually, I have gotten longer than that. I've probably gotten more like 9 hours out of this on occasion. I wear this year round. I wear it on summer nights because my husband loves it. So I can't put it in a box or any time of year because of that. So, but it does lend itself to being more of a cold weather perfume, I will say. Total unisex. This is definitely en flagrante delicto kind of a perfume. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think you could absolutely wear this to go out and drink giggle juice and have a blast. Absolutely. I think you could also wear this to formal occasions because it's not so gourmand that you're going to put anybody off. It's not so sweet that it's going to ever get cloying. It's not so spicy that it'll burn anybody's nose or anything. It's really, for me, it's a mindless perfume in the wintertime because I adore it. I just adore it. So, all right, well, that was part 2 of my Hermes House of Hermes collection. And yeah, I'll be back with something else soon. So I appreciate you guys being here so much. I can't even tell you. So don't forget to like and subscribe and ding, ding, ding the bell if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. All right, use your own nose. Peace.